Hello everybody, my name is Ethnicity, and as you can see, I suffer from horrendous acne. If you guys saw my last two videos, I reviewed the new Dermacol foundation, which if you guys watch both videos, you kind of understand my feelings about it. If you guys want to check them out, I'll put a card on it. I think it'll go here. There'll be a card right here. I saw someone wanted to see kind of an everyday makeup routine, and I thought that'd be really interesting to do because I use all drugstore foundations, and the combination of foundations that I use is really great for someone who is suffering from acne, who's on acne medication like I am right now, and gets that full coverage look. So if you guys want to see how I do my everyday makeup and kind of hear my acne story and do a little get ready with me, then just keep on watching. So I've went ahead, put on my acne medications. Right now I am using Cureology, and I'm using an adapalene gel that was prescribed to me from a dermatologist. She does want me to go on to an oral antibiotic, but I'm a little leery of that. So I may or may not start that. I'm not too sure, and I'm on a 10% benzoyl peroxide wash. All of this was recommended to me from my dermatologist, and I actually told her about my Cureology, that I was using, that was prescribed to me, and she said the clindamycin in that is really good. So she incorporated my Cureology into the skincare routine that she wanted me to do. And so let's go ahead and get ready. I have my moisturizer on and everything like that. Right now I am very combination. I'm not as oily as I used to be in the T-zone, but I'm extremely dry on my cheeks and everything. So, and pardon my appearance. Yeah, we'll just have to work with it. I braided my hair last night, but it's still kind of wet, and I just showered. So, I don't know if you guys wear shower caps, and then you're like, it's not actually doing anything. You're like, what the heck? My hair is still wet somehow. Raise your hand, leave a like for me, because I don't understand how somehow my hair still gets wet. I'm putting some Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my eyelids right now. If you guys watched my Dermacol foundation reviews, you guys know that I put eyeshadow primer on first because I tend to put my foundation and my concealer on my eyelids, and my eyelids get very oily. This is a new setup for me, so let me know if you guys enjoy how it looks. Excuse me, I still have morning voice even though it's like in the afternoon. I apologize. I'm not a morning person. This is water in here. My brother's girlfriend got me this cup. It says all my kids have paws. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should, follow me at Shreynensy. You guys would know that I have 3 cats, but they all currently live with my boyfriend because I live with my parents and my mom is really allergic to them. So, woe is me. So, I'm in enough rambling, so I'm going to tell you guys about how my acne started, how it got to this point, everything like that. So right now I'm using a combination of a bunch of different foundations, and it works out really well for me. So since my skin is very dry right now, I do mix in this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. You guys see, and then I do mix a little bit of this L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover, and then I have CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. This is my holy grail, ride or die. This thing has been with me since the dawn of time. I don't think I've ever repurchased something so many times. So I usually kind of mix all of those together, and I have a very interesting undertone. So, oh, you can see the little bit here, and then I have a little mixing spatula, and I just mix them. Totally forgot, I kind of need a mirror. I'm looking in the viewfinder right now. So my favorite foundation brush to use is the Zoeva 104 buffer brush. Sorry, I have like a new setup, and I have a little monitor right here, so if I keep looking this way, I was looking that way, but now my mirror's blocking it. But anyway, so this is the 104 buffer. I discovered this when I lived in Germany this summer. I know Zoeva you can get here, but I never really used it before, so I didn't really know how awesome this brush was. If you live in Germany, I got this at Douglas. That's where I discovered it. Okay, so enough with that. This video is going to be forever. Oh my gosh, it's already been 10 minutes! Where is the time going? So, my acne story begins when I had my very first year of college. I graduated high school back in 2010. Oh my gosh, 8 years ago. Where did the time go? Well, almost 8 years. It'll be 8 years in May. That's crazy. I'm so old. Anyway, did I say 10 years? Almost 8 years. So I kind of had a little bit of acne when I hit 18 years old. So that was my senior year of high school, but it wasn't anything horrible. I was a late bloomer for, you know, my period, becoming a woman, doing that kind of thing. I was a late bloomer. My mom was, my brother was, my dad was, all just really, really late bloomers. You know, that wonderful time in every woman's life. Mine came heavy, like very, very heavy. And you probably were like, well, why are you telling me that? That's disgusting. We don't need to know any of that. But it does have to do with kind of my acne later. So it was very heavy. I didn't have any pain with it. It was just very, very heavy. Not enjoyable. My first year of college, if everybody knows, you gain the freshman 15. I definitely gained the freshman 15. If I can insert some pictures, maybe I can show you guys, but my diet was not good at all. The food at, you know, like the school cafeteria and stuff at the college that I went to did not serve amazing choices. It just wasn't, it wasn't very good. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna order pizza instead. So I ordered pizza like all the time. Like, pizza's a healthier option. I don't understand. Don't understand my logic. So my weight became an issue. That was the heaviest that I've ever been. I'm 5'2" and I weighed 130 pounds. You're probably like, that's not a lot. Girl, it was all fat. My skin was horrible, and I definitely attributed it to my eating choices. And once I, you know, graduated from my first year, once I finished my first year, I came home and was like, I don't like the way that I look. I don't like what happened to my body. I used to be really, really skinny. I'd gained like 15 pounds or more my first year, and I just wasn't happy. So I did a cleanse, got my skin back under control. It was a lot better, but I still had a little bit of breakouts, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't what it used to be, and I lost weight with that as well. Then comes, I had a very traumatic event happened to me. My first really traumatic event. I was in a really bad car accident in 2011. So I ended up being in a wheelchair, broke my hip, both of my hips and my lower spine, couldn't walk, was in a wheelchair, had to learn to walk again, all that fun stuff. And during that time, like, I was very, very depressed. I didn't wear makeup at all. My skin was kind of okay. It was decent. Once again, I'll try and insert pictures and things as I'm talking. You know, my skin was, it was okay, but I just didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel like myself. This is the longest I think I've ever done my foundation. Oh my gosh. Let's move on to concealer. So I mixed the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the color Neutral Fair and I mix the Instant Age Rewind in Fair. And this one is too light and this one is a little dark light, so I mixed the two. Plus this is like way too dry on me. Oh, I forgot to mention the colors of my foundations. CoverGirl Outlast 810, Infallible Pro Glow in 202 Creamy Natural, and L'Oreal Infallible in Classic Ivory. Had that, didn't really, you know. Once 2012 hit, I went to school to be a licensed esthetician. My passion for beauty and skincare was something that I kind of always had, but because my skin got so bad, I wanted to be able to help myself, well, not only myself, but help others who suffered from acne, because I just felt so ugly and I just wanted to be pretty and I wanted to get my skin, you know, under control. So I went to esthetician school and it was amazing. My skin, you know, I learned a lot about skin, and I really had a passion for it. I still do. I still have a very big passion for our skincare and all that kind of stuff. And it was just really neat because, you know, my teacher was able to help kind of figure out what was wrong with my skin. I was the only one in my class that had bad acne, which is really interesting. Yeah, everybody had really nice skin. I was envious of everyone. I'll never forget one time when we were practicing, you know, doing facials and extractions and stuff on each other. My friend, you know, was doing extractions on me and she just kept, you know, going and going because I just had so much acne. And I just told her to stop and I just started crying. I was like, I just feel so ugly. I said, look how long you have to spend extracting my skin. Like, I said, is my skin ever going to clear up? And, you know, we kind of had a little powwow moment. I'll never forget that. And my class was amazing. They, you know, they all cared for me. My teacher cared for me, all that kind of stuff. So it was really great. And then, I think, like, November 2012, I got a job. I worked in a spa, which is actually where I met my boyfriend, which is really cool. So I worked in a spa for a year and my skin looked amazing. I obviously was able to give myself treatments, you know, as often as I wanted to, and, you know, I knew kind of what helped my skin and that kind of thing. Then I started university in 2014. I started back going to, you know, regular school. Is this in focus? So I went back to school and my skin again, so 2014 was not looking too hot. I, you know, didn't feel great. And once again, my skin, I look back on it now and I wish with all of my heart that my skin could look the way that it did. When I thought my skin looked ugly and gross and acne ridden, girl, it was not. Like, I wish I could have that and complain about that compared to what I have now, because I do not like what I have right now. I really like the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the color Fair. This looks really great under the eyes, but it does not help with like the oiliness that I get on my eyelids. But it's very comparable to the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, because this stuff I've repurchased I don't know how many times, but this stuff costs like $32. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'll use this under my eyes, and then I'll have to set my eyes with the translucent setting powder. What was I saying? Oh yeah, going back to school. I tend to like hunch over and I set my T-zone with the Laura Mercier, and because I'm that extra, I set the rest of my face with the CoverGirl Clean Matte Powder in Classic Ivory. And I got the new brush set from, you know, it's Ray collaboration with BH Cosmetics. This brush set is awesome. my skin, you know, was okay. And then my skin got kind of bad in 2015, which is where I discovered Cureology. So 2015 to me was the worst my skin had ever gotten, and I just felt hideous again, felt, you know, really gross. And I saw Cureology from that girl Shay. I think that's what her username is. You know, Shay on YouTube. I think she became like the spokesperson for Cureology, so I reached out to them, got it all set up. I did pay for it. I didn't reach out to them. I reached out to, you know, signing up for myself. And, you know, I decided to get my skin under control. Zoomed you guys in a little bit so you can see my eyeshadow. So this is like the eyeshadow palette that I made myself with different colors and stuff. It is looking pretty gross. So I have a mix of ColourPop, Anastasia, and Makeup Geek in here. So I'm going to go in with the color Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Love the Morphe brushes. They are the bomb. So once I got like my Cureology profile like set up and everything, I started using it, and oh my gosh, 2015 was the clearest my skin has ever been. I felt amazing. My skin looked amazing. It was just amazing. My skin was completely clear. Like, I wish I could have that again. And then I think it was 2016 when Cureology just stopped working. My acne started coming back around this area on my face and all on my forehead. Whenever I had acne, I never had it on my forehead. It was always like on my cheeks and my chin, that kind of thing. It was never on my forehead. So me getting acne on my forehead was something, you know, that I'd never ever had before. And my Cureology just stopped working, and I was like, what the heck? So I reached out to them and I said, hey, like, my Cureology's not working. I recently got some cats and I live in a new apartment. Like, do you think it's like an allergy to pet dander maybe? And they're like, yeah, it could be that, maybe like a bacterial, you know, issue. So I canceled my Cureology. So I canceled my Cureology. I was like, nothing's working. I literally tried everything under the sun. Now, throughout my whole, I guess, acne journey, I ended up cutting out gluten and dairy. So I've been gluten and dairy free for 4 years, and because my stomach just didn't like it. And I believe it's also a hereditary thing because my mom can't eat gluten, my little brother can't eat gluten, I can't eat gluten, I can't have dairy, my brother can't have dairy, my mom couldn't have dairy. Like, it's just, it upsets my stomach horribly. Dairy, horribly. I had some bad experiences, which is why I cut gluten and dairy out. So I've already cut that out. I eat cheese, so I don't know if I should cut that out too. I've gotten some suggestions for people to go vegan, but I can't eat a lot of the vegan stuff. So, like, I can't eat beans. Beans hurt my stomach like crazy. A lot of the other, like, the pea protein, all that kind of stuff, like, I can't eat that. So I don't think, and I don't eat red meat. Red meat hurts my stomach horribly. All I can eat is chicken and, like, fish. That's pretty much, I literally don't eat a lot. Sugar is probably the one thing that I should cut out, but I can't let go. I just can't. It's like with food, because I've had to cut out so much from my diet. Like, I'm not listing everything that I can't eat, but those are just like the bigger ones. I just feel like I can't keep letting go because I don't have any control anymore. If you guys are on like an elimination diet or can't eat anything, let me know what you guys do. My friend has completely cut out anything preserved, sugars, all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, I just can't. Like, it's a control thing, and it makes me really anxious. So I just can't. I just can't. Alright, I'm using, this is the best eyeshadow. I got this in Germany. This is the Essence single eyeshadows. You cannot get them here in the United States, I don't think. But this color right here is bomb.com. Love it. It's just a matte, creamy white, and I don't have one. So I'm just going to put that on my eyelids here. So I don't know at what point it cut out, but I have my eyeliner on right now. Go ahead and do my eyebrows. I used the Anastasia Dip Brow in medium brown, which I think is probably a little too dark for my eyebrows, but that's okay. Alright, I did my eyebrows off camera. Hopefully they don't look too crazy. I can't tell. Anyway, so where did I leave off? I can't remember. Yeah, like 2016, I had something very traumatic happen to me, and that's when I noticed my acne started to, like, kind of go out of control again. The cureology stopped working. You know, I attributed it to, you know, me getting cats. And summer of 2017, so this past summer, I was going to be living in Germany for 2.5 months. And I was like, okay, this is a true test to see if I actually have like a pet dander problem, because I'm not going to be living with my cats anymore. You know, I'm going to be living in a new country. I said I'm so excited to see, you know, my skin clear up, you know, and I was blaming, you know, my skin on my cats and everything like that. Lived in Germany, and my acne never got better. I did go and get facials done there. I spent some time in Croatia, and I spent a lot of time in the sun, and my acne like cleared up. My grandmother has had melanoma, my grandfather as well, and so I've kind of always had a fear of the sun, so I never went out in the sun, you know, in fear that I would get skin cancer later in life. And so I literally had my life's worth of sun in Croatia, and I felt great. I was really happy. My skin looked amazing. I didn't wear makeup for the remainder of my time in Germany. I didn't wear it to work. I didn't wear it to school. I didn't wear it to anything. I felt beautiful. I felt confident. I felt amazing. So once I came back to the US, my acne came back, and I was like, okay, something's not right. So I noticed that when I was on my period, my skin would completely clear up, and leading up to my period, my acne would be horrible. And like I said, once again, I would be on my period and my acne would clear up. I'm like, okay, something is definitely up with my hormones then. Like, my hormones must be, you know, doing something to my acne. And in school we learned that hormonal acne is all in like this area. And so I was like, yeah, that's probably what's going on. Do a little bronzer action using the Tarteist Pro Glow here, using the sculpting shade. I went to a hormone specialist, and they tested my hormones. I had to do like this special tests and everything, and they were like, yeah, your hormones are really messed up. We're going to put you on progesterone, which is something that I was low on. I was low on testosterone, high on estrogen. My hormones were all over the place. So I was like, yes, finally, I figured out what's the cause of my acne. Let's get this skin cleared up. And I was very moody and stuff. I used the Essence Matte Blush in Berry Me Up. You know, I was just excited to finally pinpoint the cause of my acne. And so I started the progesterone, and I noticed my acne flare up even more. And I was like, whoa, this is really bad. And that's when I started getting it like all down here. And this is November 2017, by the way. So I was on it for a month. I emailed the lady and I said, hey, is this what your skin is supposed to look like? And she's like, no, stop the progesterone. So I stopped the progesterone, and my skin has looked like this ever since. It was way worse. And so I sought out a dermatologist. She said, yeah, your body didn't like the progesterone. We're going to have to try and figure out how to get your skin, you know, back on track. So that's where I am right now, is me not being on progesterone. I stopped progesterone back in November, so I haven't been on that since. And I recently just started, I think within the past couple of weeks, almost a month ago. Actually no, yeah, so end of December is when I started. I don't know, beginning of January, so not even a month yet. Beginning of January is when I started the, you know, the Cureology back up again, the adapalene gel, and the 10% benzoyl peroxide, and it's helped a lot. My skin is actually looking really, really good. This is Nikki Tutorials Glazed Donut Highlight. I don't think y'all can handle. This is crazy. Like, barely need any at all. That's insane. So that is where I'm at right now with my skin. So she needs to calm my acne down. The dermatologist said she just needs to calm down my acne, and then we can kind of go from there, because this is not good and I'm not happy. Alright, I'm going to put on some false eyelashes. These are the House of Lashes lashes in the style Siren. Go ahead and put those on and just finish getting ready, and then I'll come back and wrap up the video. Ready? And yay! I'm back and I did all my makeup and I fixed my hair, even though it looks kind of, I don't even know what, but it doesn't matter. So that is pretty much my acne story. So right now I am recovering from that progesterone not liking my body, and I'm under a dermatologist's, I guess, watchful eye. She's, you know, keeping an eye on my skin right now. So I just appreciate, I know some of you guys are trying to help me out by recommending, you know, all this different stuff. But trust me, I've literally tried everything under the sun. I've tried every skincare brand possible. I just didn't mention them. You know, I've tried everything. It's just Cureology is the one that worked for me and then didn't. I've tried Proactive, that worked for me, that it didn't. Like, I've tried like different Chinese medicine. I've tried herbal stuff. I've literally tried everything. Yeah, except going to the dermatologist. So that's kind of where I am at this point in time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this video was so long-winded and just so long and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it though, and if you guys are suffering from acne, maybe, you know, you have something similar to me, or if you have had something similar, then definitely let me know what you did in the comment section below, because that would be amazing. You know, if you've suffered acne like mine, where it's, you know, horrendous, painful, it hurts, it really just knocks my self-confidence down. It's definitely not fun. But yeah, so I thought I would open up to you guys and share with you kind of my everyday foundation routine, my everyday makeup routine, kind of share with you my acne story. So if you guys have any other videos that you guys want me to do, just let me know in the comment section below and I will read them. I try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching and have an amazing day.